Yes, sir. We are officially in playoff basketball mode. The first game of every series has been played already, so let's go ahead and recap these games from this past weekend. Starting out west with the Suns versus the Pelicans. All you need to know is Chris Paul, the point god, is back. There's not much you could do when you got a healthy playoff Chris Paul, so it was like easy dub. Suns won the first game. Dallas versus Utah. I already told y'all, no Luka, no chance. Of course, Utah won that game. Donovan Mitchell dropped 30. Golden State versus Denver. I mean, this picture right here just sums it up. Like, Jokic has no help. He got no help. Steph Curry had an off game, and the Warriors still won by 16. So, yeah, easy. Warriors. Last matchup out west, you had the Grizzlies versus the Timberwolves. And I mean, Ja Morant tried his best to keep the Grizzlies afloat, but just wasn't enough. Jaren Jackson for the Grizzlies getting into foul trouble kind of messed up their schemes, but at the end of the day, they wasn't stopping Ant. He just went off. He was just getting buckets the whole game. He was in attack mode. Moving on to the Eastern Conference, we had the Heat versus Hawks, and just look at the pick. Trae Young had one shot made from the floor. The Heat defense was too much, and I mean, it was just an easy game. Heat blew them out. On to Philly versus Toronto, man. Listen, when you got Embiid and Harden, and they your second and third leading scorers in a game, you should already know that something is up. Something is definitely up. And what was up? Tyrese Maxey, he dropped 38 points, and Philly just smoked Toronto. Next series, we had Bucks versus Bulls, and this game was a defensive game, so it wasn't really that lit, to be honest. And the Bucks went on a run at the end of the game to pretty much seal the deal. It was a close game in the fourth quarter, but like I said, the Bucks came through, went on a late game run, and closed it out. Now for the last series, the Celtics versus the Nets. I mean, this was a real good game. This was probably the best game from this weekend, and my Nets, man, we lost by 1 point due to a layup. We lost to a buzzer beater layup by Jason Tatum at the end of the game. But just think about this. Durant had an off game, and we only lost by 1 point, so I still got faith in us. But yeah, that Celtics defense is tough. That Celtic defense is tough.